Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Rantz with your boy, King Darius. So, today I would like to talk with you guys about your theory on why crime is on the high rise now in our country. Why has things begun to turn bad? A lot of people are saying that, some people want to believe that it's because of the pandemic. Now that things have been lax, people are getting back to normal and stuff like that. And I want to dispel all those rumors today, right now, with a lot of the facts that I found, to be able to help you guys understand that it has nothing to do with the pandemic. First of all, number one, if you actually look at the ratio of arrests in this year per the arrests, and I mean actual arrests that cops were arresting people last year, the arrests are down by at least 25%. Police officers are now not arresting people that much anymore. Ever since police officers have become under scrutiny, they're now not doing their jobs. And it's like they no longer want to go and arrest people anymore. They're becoming lackadaisical with the approach towards their job, and that's all because of one reason. Now, whether you agree with me or not, we all know the real reason why cops aren't doing their jobs. The real reason is because people have been complaining, people have been scrutinizing the job that they're doing. Every time they go to do the job and do what's in the training, the training now has to change to make the citizens happy. This has to change, that has to change, this, that. Everything has to change to make the citizens happy. And it's not like it's actually producing results where as though we're entering into a safer country or we're having a safer environment around us. No, it's actually predicating things and making things worse. Okay? I live in Baltimore, Maryland, and Baltimore might as well have one of the highest crime rates I've ever seen in my life. Every day I turn on the news, and every day I look, it's always somebody dying, somebody getting shot, somebody getting stabbed, somebody getting robbed, somebody dying. Just the other day, my wife was coming in from work, and in the middle of the night, our car got broken into. Whoever was looking for whatever they could find didn't find anything, but they broke into our car looking for something, and we didn't have anything in it. Now I'm afraid to leave my car outside, in the parking lot, because I'm afraid that someone's going to break into my car, and the apartment complex can't do anything about it because, again, that's not something they handle. They can't do anything about somebody breaking into my car. I have to take the external measures to make sure my car is safe. That's not their responsibility. They literally tell you it in the lease. Give me a minute. So, there's that. Then, I find out, also, right around the corner from where I live, on my in-laws' block, right down the street from them, a guy was shot and was found dead. And that's something abnormal because that doesn't really happen in our neighborhood at all, period. And yet that happened. Then I find out about these mass shootings that happened, one in Texas, I think one in Georgia. Correct me if I'm wrong, but all of this crime is starting to happen, and the cops are not getting any closer to solving it, and I understand why. When you have so many people complaining about the job that you do and complaining about you doing your job right, are you going to do your job? So let me ask you guys this. Okay, and I'm being real. So let's say you work at Walmart, right? And you're working the cash register, and customer after customer after customer is complaining about how long you're taking to do your job. You're doing your job right. You're ringing them up fast. You're getting them out. Your boss is complaining about how long you taking to do your job. You hear this every single day that you come into work. Are you going to really want to come into work and do your job? Are you really going to want to come in there and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to do this job, and I'm going to do it superbly because my boss is complaining, customers are complaining. I'm going to do my job 100% right. I'm going to be the best at this register. No one thinks like that. That's not true. If someone keeps complaining at you about your job and you know you're doing your job right, you know you're doing your job well, are you going to really continue to put up with it? No. Eventually you're going to do something petty, like you're going to drag you behind, you're going to complain about it, you're not going to do your job well, you're going to feel like no matter what you do, you're wrong when you come into work. How do you think these police officers feel when every time they do their job, someone is always complaining? The cops aren't doing their jobs anymore and aren't investigating these murders, aren't investigating these crimes, aren't stopping people from doing things. I mean, just literally yesterday, right? The spot that I normally go down to, like to go to Burger King, and to go get my stuff at, the one closest mall to where I live at is Mondawmin. And right around there, a dude was found dead right outside the Burger King. A guy was found dead right outside the Burger King. And it really makes me so mad because I'm scared. I'm scared. And it pisses me off because people who can affect the change to make that change happen are the ones who are causing this situation to become as bad as it is. They're complaining about politics. They're complaining about the cops doing this, cops doing that, and now the cops have said, screw it. I'm not doing my job no more. I'm not doing my job no more. And now things have become so bad that I'm afraid to even go outside my door. I'm afraid to let my kids go out and play. I'm afraid, period. Because I don't know what can happen. I don't know if something bad is going to happen. I don't know. And the worst part about it is people are just looking at stuff from a political standpoint, and instead of seeing things for what it truly is and realizing how bad things truly are, we're going to just turn a blind eye towards it and just let things be as they are. Let me ask you this, man. How many of you feel safe in the city you're living in? How many of you know that you would live to see tomorrow? I can't even, man, it's so bad. I don't even want to sit outside and talk with my wife and us chill and stuff like that. I don't like doing that anymore because I'm afraid something's going to happen to us. And we're innocent bystanders in all this. So whether you agree or disagree with me really doesn't matter. The truth of the matter is cops aren't doing their job anymore. And I understand why they're not. And I don't blame them for not doing it. Quite frankly, I would choose to not do my job too if I knew every time I touch someone black, every time I go near someone black, I even look at someone black, even if my skin is black and I look at another black person, they're going to play the race card. They're going to play that cold card of police brutality. If a cop stops a person who has a gun, who literally just shot somebody in the goddamn head, and he tackled him to the ground, people going to pull their cell phones out and say he's using excessive force. It's getting so bad Down here in Ocean City, I heard about this situation with these teenagers that were down there smoking. We don't know the overall story of exactly what's happening. We only know what the media is putting out there to us to know. I can guarantee you, because I know some people who vape down there in Ocean City. I can guarantee you, man, they were not just sitting down there just vaping. And then here's the thing that makes me so mad. There's a whole push by the Democratic Party and by the Democrats to try to get teenagers off of vaping pens and talk about how unhealthy it is. Teenagers are dying from vaping pens. And now all of a sudden they're jumping on a whole bandwagon of trying to push this initiative that the cops, when they arrested these kids, what the cops did was wrong. But you also on the bandwagon of saying these kids shouldn't be smoking and vaping? You attacking the companies that supply them with the vaping pens? I don't understand. One minute it's not okay to vape, then it's okay to vape. Y'all not making sense. That's the main reason I have such an issue with the world. It doesn't make sense. Where do we draw the line and focus on the issue at hand? Crime should have been the main thing focused on. Ever since cops have been scrutinized for everything they do all around the world, every single cop, any person with a badge, any person in law enforcement, ever since they've been scrutinized, guess what? Now all of a sudden, they don't want to do their job. No cop wants to arrest anybody. Stop asking for the cops to do their job. Down in Fells Point, the owners and business owners down there in Fells Point were complaining about the simple fact that, you know, people were outside the stores fighting. There was a lot of crime happening down in Fells Point. And the only thing I could say was, wait a minute, aren't these the same people that were complaining when the cops were stopping people from doing that? Weren't they the same ones who took out their cell phone taking videos? But yet you want the cops to do their job but not do their job, but do their job but not do their job. That doesn't make sense. You're not, how can you expect? So let's say you work down in Fells Point and you have a bar, and inside your bar you serve some of the best drinks. You're a nice bartender, right? But somebody comes in and they want you to bartend to them but not bartend to them. What does that even freaking mean? What does that even mean? How can you bartend and not bartend at the same time? I'm sorry for being loud, but it's just, honestly, it's ridiculous. Well, that's all the time I have on my show today, everyone. I would like to know from you guys. Do you guys feel safe in the United States anymore? Or do you guys feel like the next biggest thing is always going to pop off in this country?